this ties into the other trend of micro learning. With so many online resources, VAs are upskilling faster than ever. Platforms like Udemy, Coursera, and LinkedIn Learning are helping VAs pick up new skills in weeks, not months.
Welcome back, everyone, to our podcast. And today we are talking about the 2025 VA trends that you need to know. For those of you who haven't been on any of our podcasts before, my name is Letia. I am a client success manager here at VA Central. I look after our clients. I come from a vast background of hospitality, events, training, business development. I mean, the list is quite extensive, but truly discovered my passion 4 years ago when I joined as a VA at VA Central. I was then still with a client in PropTech, and then I joined our main team about 2 years ago. And I absolutely love what I do, helping clients create a healthy work-life balance. And today with me is my beautiful colleague, Stacey, and she is a powerhouse in our HR and recruitment department. Hey, Stace.
Hi, Letia. Thank you for having me today. Hello, everybody. Welcome to our podcast. I have a history in account management, sales, and recruitment within the education, retail, marketing, and recruitment sectors. So it's been a wonderful journey being with VA Central. I started at VA Central in November last year. And so today we are going to chat about the trends to be aware of in 2025 and how these trends can help benefit you in your role as a VA.
So the world of the VA world is evolving at such a rapid pace. And if you're not staying ahead of the trends, you risk falling behind. So let's dive right in. I mean, one word, AI. Artificial intelligence is transforming the way virtual assistants work. Tools like ChatGPT and other AI-driven platforms are no longer just nice to have, they are becoming essential. Now, for example, VAs are using AI to automate repetitive tasks like email sorting, scheduling, and even client engagement. It just makes everything faster and more efficient. And by mentioning this that I just did, it's literally the tip of the iceberg. I think we should just have an entire podcast separate to this one discussing AI.
I couldn't agree more. AI is a game changer, but it's not just about replacing the human effort, it's about enhancing it. AI tools are helping VAs provide better value to their clients, and it's not just ChatGPT. Have you seen platforms, Letia, like Notion and Zapier, integrating AI features to streamline workflows?
Yes, I have. So I actually used to work with Zapier. Um, it was interesting. I mean, I didn't have any technical backgrounds, and I went from being, an appointment set or sales neck to moving into prop tech and building tools. Zapier is an amazing glue, basically, between landing pages and CRMs. It just allows for integration to run smoothly. And then, of course, Notion's AI is an incredible tool for creating content, brainstorming ideas, and organizing data. So both of them are pretty decent platforms to use, but it's really about freeing up the time of the VA so they can focus, on more strategic, high-value tasks. But speaking about platforms, have you come across any remote tools that you feel is a game changer this year?
Yes, definitely. There are a few platforms that are making the news and also waves in our world of working. One of my favorites is ClickUp, and it's so versatile for project management. So, ClickUp is a revolutionary task based management tool that helps you get work done more efficiently. So, you can create tasks, you can assign them to team members, and track your progress. It has so many different features that make task management more efficient. Subtasks, due dates, comments, everything to make the system flow and the team flow from step to step. Another one to watch is Motion, which uses AI to plan and adjust schedules dynamically. These are great tools to use for remote jobs. Have you heard of them, Letia? Do
Yes,
you have
yes.
any to add to this?
Now, for those of you who don't actually know what Motion is about, it gives you everything you need to organize complicated projects and then uses AI to turn hundreds of tasks into an optimized plan so that you can just focus on executing instead of worrying about planning and deadlines. So all of these tools and trends that we're talking about now, well, I think the trend is to have the right tools. Gone are the days of just having 20 years of extensive experience in administration. You really need to upskill your abilities, and these tools really allow for you to do that.
Definitely. And for remote teams, platforms like Tandem and Loom are making communication seamless. So, for example, Tandem, this is a language learning app that is connecting people on a global scale. Native speakers are now starting to chat and finally reach fluency in language, and they are learning and exchanging on this app. So, you learn by doing. And I think that's what this app introduces, which is fantastic.
I like that one. I really want to go look into that. I would love to learn another language. But they do say if you actually speak to someone that speaks the language, it allows for you to, develop a better accent and everything else. And again, how great has technology become to actually allow us to do all of these things? But you mentioned
Yeah.
Loom earlier. So I mentioned Zapier. So Loom was my saving grace to learn Zapier. Loom is a really great tool, especially if you have remote workers or if you are becoming a VA. Having Loom in the background, if you work with a client and you're learning anything new, it's a really great training portal. So you can actually subscribe on Loom and record, anything that you're doing and actually have a conversation while you're doing the steps. And this is one thing I always, emphasize with my clients is working smarter, not harder. So if you had to train someone in office, generally in the olden days, you would show someone something, and if they struggled, they'd come back to you and you'd show them again and again and again until they really grasped the concept. Where with remote work, it's actually also benefited clients in saving time. They never have to repeat themselves more than once if they have the right portals in place. I mean, there's Zoom, there's Teams, there's all kinds of methods to record. But what I liked about Loom is I could interact. So if I wanted to say something about a video or ask any questions, the person that uploaded it could actually see my activity as well. So you can see when people are doing training and when they're watching the videos. And the thing is, if you have these training videos in place, you can go back to them. So from a VA's perspective, I watched it maybe 20 times minimum when I started with Zapier to learn the steps, but I could do it 20 times without having to bother the person that trained me. They only had to do it once. So it's a win-win for both clients and VAs. It really it helps to streamline everything. So again, my emphasis is working smarter, not harder. So when you have remote staff and use something like Loom, it allows for you to work smarter, not harder. But you can also use it for your in-house staff. And I really hope people actually start implementing it more in their businesses. But yeah, what with all this technology thing, what do you think, is shifting the skills of VAs and what do they need to thrive in 2025?
Firstly, thank you for sharing that in-depth experience. That's amazing to hear, and I hope that it really benefits our viewers who are with us this afternoon. So the demand for tech-savvy VAs is skyrocketing. VAs now need to know how to use AI tools, automation, platforms, and analytical software. It's not enough to just have administration skills anymore. Clients are looking for VAs who can handle digital marketing, content creation, and even data analysis. So VAs are having to adapt and put time aside to self-develop.
Yes, it's definitely the rise of specialized VAs. They want experts who can deep dive into niche areas like social media management, sales funnels building, bookkeeping, etc. I actually had a catch up with one of my clients this morning, and he mentioned that one of his, staff members were doing his social media. And I asked him why. It doesn't mean because someone's able to that it's their skill set. And if it's a skill set, it takes less time, and time is money. So again, it's like this ripple effect. So if you have the right tools and you're using the right, um, if you're taking advantage of the right tools at this point, you can upskill yourself to such an extent that it becomes your niche. And then, you can focus on only working specifically in that area. And another thing that's great with being a VA is there's no time limit to the amount of work that you can do daily. So whether you just work with 10 different clients or you have a full day role, or you maybe even want to dive into other different roles, again, just keeping in line with the trends and times allows for you to be a multi-diverse person, and less irreplaceable at the end of the day. So the one size fits all VA trend is fading.
I agree. And this ties into the other trend of micro learning. With so many online resources, VAs are upskilling faster than ever. Platforms like Udemy, Coursera, and LinkedIn Learning are helping VAs pick up new skills in weeks, not months. We've got this information that's out there, and it's all on the VA to actually set that time aside, right?
Yes. So you mentioned that you worked on Udemy before. You've done some courses. I did go read in about Udemy a little bit. How did you experience it?
It was so accessible, it was flexible. You could set time aside when you wanted to go back to that course. The course doesn't expire. So you basically have the flexibility to plan and set time aside to complete the various different modules. And then obviously, once you've moved and progressed through the modules, it will have a tick when you've completed. So you can see how many modules are remaining. And then when you complete your course, you get a certificate, which is great to add to your CV because it shows recruiters and clients that this person has set time aside for self development and
Mm.
to work on themselves and upskilling themselves.
Yes, I agree with you. I actually read up about it a bit. So for you, that some of you don't know, it's an online learning platform that offers courses in a wide range of topics. So instructors can create courses on the areas of expertise. Students can earn completion certificates for each course they finish. And then Coursera is another one. That's also a website that offers online courses, certificates, and degrees from universities and different companies. So you can take courses for free. And you can also subscribe to like Coursera Plus, which is like unlimited access to all of their courses. And some of the courses that they focus on include business, data science, health, languages, job-ready certificate programs, and hands-on projects. And again, I know with Udemy, those certificates isn't like a certificate like you went to university, but it is enough to add to your resume to upskill you and show that you've got additional experience in something, you've done some courses, and your abilities get better. So it does count for recruitment and for business owners looking for employees. So definitely one of the trends to go look out for. You don't have to go to uni anymore to learn. You can do everything from your chair while you work. Well, the same chair that you work from, if I can put it that way. So your lifelong learning is so important, in the industry as well. And then with AI evolving, staying adaptable is key. Anyways, on that note, let's talk about the big elephant in the room. Will AI automation replace VAs?
That's a great question, Letia, and it's often a topic of conversation at family dinners or outings. It's something that we seem to be touching base with quite a lot these days. And my answer is no. AI and automation are just tools, not replacements. They can handle repetitive tasks, but they lack the emotional intelligence, creativity, and personal touch that VAs bring to the table.
Yeah, I've learned quite a bit. One of the clients I spoke with in South Africa, they're really deep dive into AI. It's actually crazy how far AI has gone or has come. I mean, he mentioned about like a course they did or a seminar they did in 2019 where AI could read minds. Like it could read the guy's mind that was on stage, and that they had like musical boxes, like musical chairs. Never caught the box last was, sent up stage, and they connected some stuff to said, and he had to think of something. And it drew a very pixelated image of a dog, and he was thinking of his Labrador. And he explained to me that AI is getting so intelligent that it analyzes facial expressions and it actually tries to respond in a manner as to whatever mood it thinks that you are in. So they're constantly trying to evolve it, but at the end of the day, people buy from people. And when people go through something emotional, especially with us working mostly in the property industry, they want somebody that understands what they are going through. AI can analyze your eyes, your frowns, your mouth, whatever, as much as they want. They will never be empathetic. They will never have a human touch. So I also agree with you. I don't think it will ever take over. But if you're not AI ready and you're not keeping up with the trends, you might be replaced with somebody that is. So that's important. But anyways, before we wrap up, Stace, what is one piece of advice you'd give to VAs looking to thrive in 2025?
If you're a VA looking to thrive in 2025, the advice that I can give you is to stay curious and embrace change. The industry is evolving fast, but that means that there are so many opportunities to grow and stand out. Invest in your skills, learn the new tools, and don't be afraid to niche down.
I love that. Really love that. Being a VA now for 4 years, if I look back to where I was 4 years ago and to where I am today and how much I've grown and learned, it's crazy. Things that I never thought I would, even use in my day-to-day life. Like I wasn't allowed to have a computer as a child. My dad was like so against technology. He believed that it makes you lazy. I wasn't even allowed to use it for like essays and stuff. I had to write everything out, go to the library. Like it's like no spell check's going to make you lazy. And I totally get that. But then seeing where we are in today's life, I had a kind of a disadvantage because I wasn't allowed to have that at a younger age. And how working remotely and having all of these different platforms that allowed me the ability to learn more and upskill myself has just been absolutely an insane journey. Like I'm excited to see where I'm going to be at the end of this year. And I'm calling it 2025. So I'm like 2025, work smarter,
Love that.
harder. And if you stay in tune with the trends, you will thrive in 2025. But yes, thank you so much for joining today, Stace. I think this discussion is going to inspire a lot of VAs to take their careers to the next level.
Amazing. Thanks for having me. And it's been an absolute pleasure sharing this topic of conversation with you.
Yeah, I think we could talk about this for hours. Like again, we've really just touched the tip of the iceberg. There are a lot of different other platforms. If any of you are ever curious about, what you need to learn as well, I mean, you can reach out to any of us at VA Central, and we would love to help you, meet with you, help you upskill, get you to where you want to be or the role that you would love to do. And then, of course, if you haven't subscribed yet, remember to like our channel and stay in touch to watch some more of these podcasts.